Today, we're going to talk about something very intimate and foundational, your lifestyle. Now, I'm not talking about lifestyle as in whether you drink latte or tea or if you prefer city life versus country life. I'm using lifestyle in the Adlerian sense, what I call the style of life. It's essentially the unique way you have learned to approach the world and the problems of life. By a very early age, each of us forms a sort of blueprint for how to live, how to relate to others, how to pursue goals, how to protect ourselves, what to expect from life. This blueprint is based on our interpretations of our early experiences, not necessarily on facts. In a way, it's like the story we subconsciously believe about ourselves and our place in the world. The big idea here is that this life story, your lifestyle, influences nearly everything you do. It's the thread that connects your behaviors, habits, and attitudes. But here's the exciting part. You are the author of that story, even if you wrote it without realizing it, and you can change it. Have you ever felt stuck in a rut, as if you keep encountering the same problems or patterns again and again? Perhaps you've thought, why do I always end up in the same situation? Or, that's just the way I am, I can't change. That is the voice of a lifestyle that has become a bit rigid or limiting. I'm here to tell you that, with awareness and willingness, you can rewrite those patterns. Let me illustrate with an example. A woman I worked with would repeatedly get into relationships where she felt unappreciated and ended up being left. Different partners, same outcome. When we explored her lifestyle, we discovered an underlying belief from childhood. She felt she was not enough for people to stay. Her father had left the family when she was young, and she had unconsciously taken the blame. So her style of life in relationships was to overgive, be very anxious to please, and never express her own needs. Essentially, trying to earn love. Ironically, this often led her partners to lose respect or take her for granted, fulfilling her fear of being left because I'm not enough. It's like she was living out a self-confirming script. The turning point came when she realized this was a story, not absolute truth. She was able to see how that story got formed. A little girl concluding, "Dad left. I must not have been good enough," and how she had been living according to that narrative since. We then worked on a new narrative. I am worthy of respect and equal partnership. If someone leaves, it's their choice and not a statement of my worth. She started practicing new behaviors aligned with that story. She set boundaries, voiced her opinions, and held her head high. In time, she attracted a very different kind of partner who respected and valued her. She essentially redesigned her lifestyle. And, for example, I recall counseling a man who was the youngest of 4 brothers. Growing up, he was always the little one who couldn't defend himself, often pushed around by bigger siblings. As an adult, he realized he was still letting others take advantage of him at work and in friendships. That helpless youngest was the lifestyle he unconsciously continued. Together, we worked to rewrite that story. He started asserting himself in small ways, reminding himself that he was now the adult, not the little brother. Over time, his confidence grew. He got a promotion at work and reported feeling, for the first time, like an equal among peers. He stopped seeing himself as the one down. He created a new lifestyle, one of a capable, assertive person. Consider the well-known life coach Tony Robbins. Before he became a household name, Robbins was struggling. In his early 20s, he was overweight, working as a janitor, lonely and broke, living in a small apartment. By his own account, he felt deeply dissatisfied and understood that if he didn't change his lifestyle, his life would continue on that dreary path. So, he made a radical decision to rewrite his story. He began devouring self-improvement books, changed his daily routines completely, waking up early, running to condition his body, listening to motivational audios, practicing public speaking. He acted as if he were already the successful, disciplined, energetic person he wanted to become. Within a short time, his external reality caught up. He lost weight, gained confidence, and started attracting opportunities. In a couple of years, he went from a directionless, unhappy young man to a dynamic motivational speaker, launching a career that would eventually impact millions. His biography illustrates that when you change your lifestyle, your patterns of behavior and thought, you change your life trajectory. Robbins's transformation might sound dramatic, but you can do the same in your own sphere. You don't have to suddenly become a different person overnight. You just begin adopting the habits and mindset of the person you aspire to be. This is the fake it till you make it strategy at its best, or as Adler would say, act as if. When you consistently act as if you are confident or act as if you are organized, etc., over time, those ways of being solidify into your new lifestyle. Let's summarize steps to rewrite your life story in a clear way. Recognize the current script. Identify the narrative you've been living. What roles do you play? What beliefs do you hold about yourself? Write it out. Decide what to change. Pinpoint which parts of that story are holding you back or causing pain. Perhaps it's a belief like, I'm not smart enough, or a role like the people pleaser. Envision a new script. Create a vision of yourself without that limiting story. Who would you be if you didn't believe that? What if you believed I can learn anything, or my needs matter too? Picture the you living the life you desire as vividly as you can. Write it down. It can help to literally write a short narrative of your new story. I, name, am a person who, e.g., takes care of my health, speaks up for myself, continually learns and grows, etc. Describe how this person handles challenges and what their daily life looks like. Take actions consistent with the new story. This is crucial. If the old you spent every evening on the couch, the new you might spend evenings reading or socializing or working on a side project. Start doing that now, even if it feels unnatural at first. Over time, those actions become part of your identity. Be patient and persistent. It took years to reinforce your old lifestyle. The new one will also take time to fully take hold. There may be times you slip into old habits. That's okay. Just recognize it and course correct. Keep the new story in front of you. Some people even put affirmations on their wall or phone. Seek support. Let close friends or mentors know about the changes you're making so they can support the new you. Distance yourself gently from people who only see the old you or try to pull you back into old patterns. Surround yourself, if possible, with people who are living in ways you aspire to. Their influence will reinforce your new lifestyle. The beauty of this process is that it taps into your innate creative self, the part of you that can imagine, improvise, and execute new ways of living. You're not bound to play the same role forever. It's like being the director of a play who decides to recast the lead role, you, and change the script for the better. Initially, some cast members' habits might still act out the old scenes, but under your persistent direction, they will adjust to the new script. Ultimately, lifestyle redesign is about reclaiming authorship of your life. Instead of a script handed to you by fate or by others, you write your own. Instead of reacting passively to the plot, you proactively steer it. This doesn't mean everything will always go according to plan. Life still throws curveballs. But even when it does, you'll respond according to your chosen values and goals, not old defeated patterns. That's a profound change in itself. So ask yourself, what new chapter do I want to write in my life? Then, with courage and creativity, start writing it through your daily choices. Bit by bit, you'll see the story on the outside, your circumstances, begin to reflect the story you've been cultivating on the inside. That's the power of lifestyle by design.